All right, and welcome to the Strictly the Worst U.S. Nationals LCQ stream. We are live. I'm Vincent Curkov, and with me today is...
And I'm Jamie Giblin,
right.
known from other streams.
And we have round one coming up here. We are joining them just after the draft. We have Steve on the left and Aaron on the right. Aaron is playing Masons with Steve having Hunters.
Yeah.
You want to run down the draft real quick, Giblin?
Yeah, so it looks like we've got Original Hearn, J-Car, Theron, the young Theron model, Fahad, Egret, and I can't make out the one at the bottom there. Looks kind of like Minx.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to assume it's Minx.
Yeah. And then for the Masons, looks like we have Harmony, Honor, Brick, Mallet, Marbles, and Miss? I can't figure out who that is. The one at the bottom. We'll figure it out as the game goes on.
I'm actually really excited to see some Vet Harmony play here. She's recently come into vogue after largely being considered not very good.
Yep.
And then she's come into vogue because her ability to condition playing has come up quite a bit.
Yes.
And then the addition of being able to just heal someone and get her into range of her aura.
Yeah,
and
to take the damage for them. Well, we saw a fantastic play at Steve Gragne UK, where I believe it was Fraser McFetridge almost baited in Veteran Catalyst because his opponent forgot about that aura because you don't see her very often on the table. Brought Hammer down to,
so it looks like we have Field Dressing, Good Marker, and Knee Slider from Steve.
Can we see an Egret turn one goal with Knee Slider? Yeah, always the way. So we saw Fraser McFetridge use Veteran Harmony really well to bait in Vet Catalyst, come in, try and, because Hammer was on low enough health to get 3 Intensifies, Witness Me, Take Out, all good stuff. Brought him out of the charge, let him take the damage, let him take the next Intensify, and on the final Intensify after he declared the heroic, he was like, okay, Vet Harmony will take the damage. And he just saw his opponent's face drop as he's like, Vet Cat's now in the middle of your Mason team, Hammer's yet to activate with a stack of 5. I'm losing Vet Cat for nothing here. Yeah, as a smoke player, I don't care that much about the smelling salts. No.
It's the ability to tank damage. Her ability to just move to someone, heal them 4, and then be in range is that player now has 14 more health.
Exactly.
And that's terrifying, especially when you have a kill trigger like Vet Cat does.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we have Egret kicking.
Yep. And Mason's yet to put themselves out on the field. All right.
Okay, who do you think's favored in this matchup? As far as just from
this is going to be an interesting tournament for me to commentate on because I don't really know the American players all that well. Besides the names who pop up on Facebook and every so often. I would personally give it to the Masons. I think they've got a lot of control elements. Oh, it's Hammer, not Honor.
Yeah, it's just straight Hammer.
Yeah, so it's Hammer, Vet Harmony.
That makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah. I'd give it to the Masons. They seem to be the flavour of the month at the moment. And
they're very, very strong.
That being said, if we do get to see Theron get hit his character plays, then he can shut down Hammer quite hard. So we shall see. It's always interesting watching Masons, and commentating on them makes it so difficult, especially Hammer, because he just leaves his influence around. I can't see who's activated and done what, and you're like, oh, he's still got to activate Brick. No, he hasn't. He activated him and left the influence on. Yourself, what do you think?
I think this is going to entirely hinge on whether the Hunters player actually hits his character plays.
Yeah.
Okay? If the Hunters player doesn't miss a character play all game, I don't see how the Masons player can beat it.
No. But the ability of pinned and just dishing out snared from range really slows down this team. And with V Harmony where she is at the moment, then her smelling salts ain't going to be too useful. I think I'd personally be having her right behind Hammer. So you're definitely in range for those smelling salts. And with a jog and the range, you're pretty good.
So it looks like he's left himself a little bit exposed here for a greedy kick. If this goes 4-5 to the 1, or maybe 3-4 to the 2, I can't quite tell exactly.
No, I mean, one of the unfortunate things, if it does go that way, then it's also not great for the Hunters player either. He sort of really wants a 1 inch to the 3 kind of situation. Drags Vet Harmony out there. See if the kick's successful.
Yep.
It is successful. And we've heard from the players there. Red is direction.
Last Chance Qualifiers. The road was just
5 to the 1.
5 to the 1.
Oh,
Is that on the board?
Whenever you finish a game, if you could come up
That doesn't look like it's going to re-roll it.
it's going to choose the re-roll. 5 to the 4 instead.
The result of the game.
That's better for the Masons.
That still might be pretty good
okay.
overall. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to have
No.
momentum after first activation.
No, he's going to have to punt that into space, hoping it scatters towards the Masons team.
Thank you very
Round
much.
one's begun. Players shake hands, and we're off.
All right. Masons to Aaron to allocate.
Yeah. Checking out the Rangers there, making sure Veteran Harmony can sprint, pick up the ball, and then punt it somewhere to safety. Right. Looks like we've got 2 on Veteran Harmony to go sprint, collect the ball. And also, for those, does Bryce do English? No, he doesn't, he does Scottish. For guys in chat. Go to the US. Guys in chat are taking the mick out of Bryce's accent. You can hear him bellowing over the tannoy. Now, I'd like to say, congratulations to Strictly the Worst for the awesome, awesome time little show at the top. Something we've always struggled with, and we're totally stealing your tech, so long as people don't slap the clock around and move it. If it does that, we have to accept it for the game, and then we'll change it and get it sorted afterwards.
Yeah, it's a Pat Van Value special. I have it Velcroed down, so
It shouldn't move.
it shouldn't move, but yeah.
Gamers can be heavy-handed.
All right, it looks like we've got 2 on Vet Harmony, 2 on Mallet, 5 on Hammer, right?
Yep.
We're not playing Honor.
No, that's
And
correct,
is that
yeah.
2 or 3 on Flint?
Looks like 3.
It's like 3 and 1 standing up on its
That'd
edge.
be 2, 4, 9, yeah, 12. And on the Hunter side, 4 on J-Car, 5 on Theron, and 3 on Hearn, and then nothing else on anyone else. So not looking at going for the board, looking at takeouts turn 1.
Is this a 12 influence Masons team or is it 13?
2, 4, 6,
Does Hammer bring
7, 8, 9. I believe Hammer brings. I think Hammer brings 4.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he's under
Yeah,
allocated.
because
yeah,
unless we're missing one.
unless
somewhere.
we're missing one somewhere. He does indeed bring 4.
Unless there's 2 stacked. Unless there's like a stack of 2 somewhere that we've not seen. Huh. What is he measuring out with those widgets at the top of the table?
That's looks like
Surely it's not a kick behind your own line.
no. It's the 1 inch sideways on that widget.
yeah. I was gonna say, like, this is madness. I know metas are different, but certain rules don't get ignored.
Momentum unimportant.
Yeah. Now, as a Hunters player here, because of the low defense of the Masons, I'd definitely be stacking up in turn 1 at least, Egret, to get that poison out and just start ticking damage through.
Yeah, absolutely. A good flurry here, especially because they like to play so
So
clumped.
clumped, well, especially in a Hammer team, because he needs to be within range of at least some people to drag their influence away. The 4 on J-Car, I think,
And you're always going to have the monkey and brick close to each other.
yeah, exactly. I think 4 on J-Car is a greedy turn 1. You know, usually you need to definitely have the forest and push down to push somebody back into range for J-Car. I know he's super fast, but without Zarola on the team, there's no threat extension for him. And in turn 1, even despite him being 7-9, he generally doesn't get. If your opponent's playing well enough, he doesn't get in to do any combat. I think 1 on him's fine, and then 3 on Egret would be my allocation for turn 1.
I think it's a little bit also to discourage Hammer from coming in to Theron turn
Yeah.
1 because he's kicking. He's got last activation. So
Yeah.
if you use the ball to come into Theron,
Yeah.
right, I'm putting J-Car into you.
Oh, then we're seeing a pinned. And that is,
So we got
that-
a snipe hitting.
that was Brick. Yep. So Brick is pinned and snared. Not a happy time for Brick. Messes up his counter charge shenanigans. Then Blessing of the Sunfather onto Hearn, meaning he can do a free. What's that ability called?
Single damage turbo? Or
So-
skewered?
Skewered. That's the one. Veteran Harmony activating, sprinting 6 inches forward, snapping the ball, coming back. See players widgeting it up there. So whilst this being arranged, 83 players in this event.
Yeah.
The largest US event ever held. It's pretty awesome. SteamCon's open their first event in the US. And for breakdown of guilds, we've got 8 alchemist players, 6 blacksmiths, 5 brewers, 7 butchers, 7 engineers, 9 farmers, 11 fishermen, only 3 hunters, so it's nice to get one on stream early, 14 masons, 4 morticians, which is a big change from last time, and 9 union players. Which guild do you think we're going to see come out on top?
On top,
Yeah.
I'm thinking farmers.
Farmers?
That's just because I've got my money on bots to win the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Yes, Bot's there.
I
Out of all the rankings, he's 3rd highest ranked, and yeah, he's using farmers. Top player, Mark Andre from Canada, he's using the hunters. See how he does? And then a big slew of masons in the top there. Got Charles Nurser using them, Charles Nurser, Michael Klein, Fraser, Stephen Easton, and Christian Metz. Oh no, Christian Metz using blacksmiths. Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see him play in something other than masons. He's
Yeah,
just
he's,
a locked and
he's
loaded hammer
known
player.
for hammer. We'll see how he gets on. So a fortunate scatter there, going back to that veteran harmony activation we've gone through. Ball scattered nicely, very close to Mallet. Short sprint to pick up the ball. Players there just clarifying exactly what that terrain piece is. It's a barrier.
Yeah, they're clarifying whether the base counts as part of the barrier or not, which is always very, very important to do.
Yeah, especially early in the game. You don't want that contentious point coming up later where you thought you had a charge line over that bit because it's not where the barrier is, and the opponent goes, well, that's where the terrain piece is. So. Mallet here passing, succeeds.
Let's see if he takes the dodge to go thread and.
I think he should do.
Yeah, I think he's taking it.
Yeah, he's taking the 4-inch dodge. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I think you just got to put that threat forward.
Yeah.
As scary as putting Jakar into hammer is.
Tough hide and the lack of pushes on that first one makes him all right.
Yeah. Also, I mean, hammer's counterattack is nothing to sneeze at with knockback. Very easy, double push you out.
Yeah,
because
and then just
Jakar can't knock you down.
I won't follow up. Yeah. Yeah, he's not a friend to JCar. JCar being 4s, he's pretty much guaranteed to hit at least his first column. Looks like we're having the forest teleportation from Hearn to come in, punch hammer a little bit.
Yeah, they're getting right into the thick of it on turn 1.
Yeah, I think it's quite brave to do it turn 1, to be honest. Because yes, you get to snare hammer, but he'll get into you.
I mean, at the same time, though, you got to be the moments where you have countercharge essentially off the table.
You take them.
Yeah, you have to engage on those turns.
100%.
I think that's part of what makes Masons so incredibly strong is that they almost always get to engage on their terms because of the protection of double countercharge and their ability to pick fights with honor using superior strategy. And then I also expect Hammer, with the amount of fish we have, Hammer to be very, very popular.
Yeah.
Because being immune to being pulled by Corsair's got to hit that drag twice, and he's got one or two attacks on him,
after
depending on whether he had to sprint or not.
Yeah, he's fantastic into him, and obviously the tackle knockdown takes away both of his defensive tech, ready for the next hit, which is again a tackle knockdown. You're like, oh well.
It is one of the sexiest results in all of Guild Balls. That momentous tackle knockdown on 2 with 7 tech.
Unless you're playing someone with close control, and then you cry because the ball scatters away. You go, oh, come back, ball.
Oh no. Because it's also his only tackle.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we've got him jumping into the forest.
So walk, jump. To get within 2 inches. Remember, he's got his free skewered to throw out at some point. I think he's going to look to try and beat up hammer a little bit and then skewer probably mallet or harmony, marbles. Keep the snared on the counter charge marbles.
And they're clarifying that you can't countercharge off a teleport because it's a place
rather than
in
advance.
Same reason you can't countercharge a dodge.
Yeah. Right, so starting with the first attack.
So also worth noting here, he's Sunstruck, correct? He's got Sunstrike on him? Or is it Blessing? I'm sorry.
Blessing,
I get the two.
Blessing of the Sunfather, yeah.
So he's got the free attack on him?
Free
character play?
Free character play, which will be a skewered at some point. We saw a momentous singled out taken there. Rolling 7 dice. Three successes.
Do you take the knockdown here and scatter that ball? Who knows where?
Yeah, I mean, knockdown just really ruins his day because he's got no momentum currently. You scatter the ball.
He's got to chase that ball down and make a momentum somewhere.
Somewhere else. He's got to go with. I mean, it's Flint, so he can get the ball for certain, and he takes that momentous knockdown there. Ball scatters towards the active player. It's goal.
Purple direction. Going
So towards his own goal, 5 inches. That's almost ideal.
Oh,
And that's quite
perfect.
Yeah, you couldn't be more happy with it.
He picks it up with her.
Yeah. I mean, if nothing else, at the end of it, you just boot it back to somebody. Theron, have him dodge. And that's what we're going to see right now.
I don't actually like this pass to Theron. I feel like it leaves it open for Flint to potentially go get this ball. It's hard to tell exactly what the inch is here.
Oh.
But I guess Flint only has 3 on him, so it's going to be tough for Flint to get there and shoot it, because we're talking jog where'd they go, which is probably out of range.
Yeah.
Probably has to sprint where'd they go, and he can take the ball, but
Take
that's
the ball
about
off
it.
him.
And then he essentially gives Flint to Jakar.
Yeah, that's the trade-off there.
But if he had 4 on him, this would be disaster.
Poor placement from the player there. Just out of range to use his Blessing of the Sunfather to skewer anyone.
How did
He took the dodge 4 inches to get back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he escapes hammer and he escapes Flint. Only 1 momentum generated, so the at the moment the roll off still.
But I don't understand how did Hearn move?
He passed the ball to Theron.
Oh yeah,
and
he
then
took the
4 inch.
momentum.
The
Okay.
Give and go.
Interesting. That decision surprises me.
Yeah, I guess it's reasonably safe because it gets you away from hammer.
Yeah, but I mean, you have pretty. I guess he knocks you down really easily.
Yeah. And yeah, as mentioned in chat here, he should have skewered, then made the pass. He was a little bit too, I've got the ball, I better do this thing now, rather than taking that sort of extra few seconds to figure out the most optimal thing to do. I think ideally there you'd like to skewer mallet, or even just put it onto hammer to bring him snared, and then you take that pass, jump away. Guys in chat, should he have only rolled 2 for the dice from the pass out of the forest? Yeah.
Doesn't forest increase difficulty? So that's lack of line of sight. No.
Oh, it blocks line of sight if you're passing through it, but there is a rule about kicking the balls in the forest. Yeah, I think that is right. Yeah.
Things happen.
Yeah, these things happen. We're not here to judge. We'll judge the players, but not be judges.
It looks like he actually doesn't have a line on this.
No.
He would need to probably sprint then.
It'd be a sprint and a single attack. There's where they go, 4 inches, sprints forwards. Yeah, he's not. Oh, Oh, no, he's not going to have that. Get the 1-inch widget, and looks to be just out to me.
He's going to have to go over that terrain piece,
Yeah.
or cut the corner around it as tight as he can.
It's going to be a sprint where they go sprint, one attack. Which you shouldn't do, because then Jacob just comes in and absolutely rinses Flint.
Well, I think he's more likely to get the momentum off of the guy with the ball because he's got the momentous tackle on one.
Oh, yes, yeah. I mean, he gets momentum. I guess that at least stands up Hammer.
Mm-hmm. And then you can potentially go after the ball with Hammer.
Yeah.
But this one momentum is going to be very, very key. He needs to generate one here.
Yeah.
Or he's got.
Otherwise,
he's
not got a turn one if he doesn't.
Yeah. Or he's got 5 dead influence.
Yeah.
And I think if he does that, I mean, I don't know if there's anything stopping the Hunters player from just being like, go first.
Yeah, you
I'll
go
leave
first.
Hammer on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, sure, Mallet's going to charge in, hit Hearn, but I'll deal with Hammer at this point now. And it seems that we've already had one result come through.
Isn't it the bye?
Is there a bye?
Yeah, we have a.
Oh, it's
we have
83, yes,
players.
yeah. Marc-Andre LeBlanc takes
His round one.
it's round one. His SOS plummets. It's down to 3-3-3.
Still looking at this Flint activation.
Yeah, it's that trade-off, isn't it? It's like, do I put Flint in there to give you a target for J-Car?
Yeah. It looks like he's just out, but he's actually just shorting himself around this. He could take a tighter angle there.
Yeah. So, and yet, looks like we're going for the where they go sprint.
Oh, maybe it isn't.
And then bind attack. Guys in chat there. Oh, hi, Jan. Guys in chat saying, Sid saying, I'd rather not send in Flint at this point. It's one of those hard decisions you've got to make where if you go in, then you get your hammer activation. If you don't go in, you lose. You just stand up and cry a little bit.
Yeah, I actually think you have to take this here. Like, starting your next turn, Hammer back there, you going second. Here, you're looking to go first and take complete control of the game. It's rough because you have to take the ball, but
yeah, take some momentous tackle,
and you're going to take a bunch of beats from Jakar.
J-Car.
But then you get to take your pick of his captain or Jakar to just beat on.
Yeah.
It also doesn't look like he has an influence to pull anywhere.
No.
For Hammer's activation, so that's a little bit brutal.
Yeah, not having that +1 attack, or sorry, +1 tack, +1 damage. Ugh. Sleep deprivation's kicking in already.
Or, depending on the angle here, maybe just the speed so you could jog.
Yes,
might even be better because you're really in the momentum race. It's not about.
Yeah.
It's not. You're gonna put damage on, but it's not about killing.
Good roll there from J-Car. Needing 4s, gets 6 of them, so the full playbook for him. He'll take his 3 momentous damage, most likely. Next one, still rolling like hot fire. 5 hits.
Oh.
I mean, 2 damage.
2 damage, gun string coming down.
Nice. Good string, not momentous, but lowering that defense down to 3s.
Mm-hmm. He should drop the trap here, so that if he hits the push dodge, he can.
You can trigger it, puts the bleed, puts the snare on, 2s to hit, and you get probably wrap on your next attack. 8 health left on Flint, 5 more hits.
So it looks like he took that momentous 4 on the top for that first
Momentous
attack.
4, yes, yeah. Yeah, I always forget about that momentous 4. I usually just see the two push dodge, 2 push dodge. So we're just waiting for the players to choose what they're looking for the push dodge, see if we can get the extra crown out. Trying to measure 3 inches between the models, it's not happening. 3 non-momentous. Buys another attack and bonus time, so not saving up his momentum here.
I'm not really sure what this bonus time accomplishes for him.
He's really looking for a ramp to try and get the 4 and then some extra damage to take him out now. But I don't think you need to take him out now. I think if you just take momentous results, go first, kill him at the start of the turn. So we've got 5 health left. He's
Is it 5? I've got him at 8.
He just took 3.
Oh, okay.
And he's taking a momentous result. And leaves him on 3 health. So he's taking the 2 double dodge. And he's dropping his strap right in front of Hammer.
It's going to be brutal with Hammer with nowhere to pull from. I'm not sure he can actually get to anybody.
No, me either. Having to get within 1 inch of the trap, he's basically got either a 3-inch jog or a 5-inch sprint. He's not getting to Theron because of the forest placement.
Yeah, sprint around, go hit Hearn, because you need this momentum.
You have to get it in. And with the tackle knockdown on 2 hits, you can be pretty confident that you're getting.
Yeah, that you're getting something out of this, especially because you can't push him out.
Yeah.
And you're just worried about him hitting the knockdown on 3.
Is he even going to get there, actually?
Yeah.
So, momentum to clear conditions. Time on the clock's looking pretty good as well. 33 and 35 minutes. Not stunned by the Hunters player here. And after this hammer activation, I expect to be pretty similar on time. Guys in chat asking about why the trap wasn't placed to finish Flint off and during the attacks. I think that this is a better placement for the trap, saving it to deny that side of the pitch to Hammer.
Yeah, and it forces him to put Hammer into like his tankiest model on the board, which is really what you want. Like, the last thing you want is to lose Theron on top of 1.
Yeah.
I think Theron in a lot of ways is similar to Tapper.
Yes.
In that you almost always have to activate him first, and if his activation goes well, your turn goes well. If his activation goes poorly or he's dead, your turn goes very, very poorly.
Very sour, very quick.
So we got a charge on
Charge on Hearn there.
Hearn there. Doesn't look like we have a counter or defensive stance coming up.
No. Well, interestingly though, we could see very likely see 4 momentum generated here by the Masons player. It puts him in front by 2. If he gets to go first again, Hammer can pretty easily finish off Hearn in the first turn and then go and.
I don't know. I think you activate Flint here if you get the first turn. You take that goal.
Yeah. Just take the goal.
That goal's going away and you're losing Flint.
Yeah.
Hammer with his tough hide, he's probably sticking around.
Yeah. So plenty rolled there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Full playbook, I believe, for Hammer. Maybe even a wrap.
Yeah, wrap by 1.
Yeah.
Because he's got a Brewers playbook.
Yes, he has. Yeah, it's quite a lot of changes to the season 3 guys, and rather than season 2 was the dropping of like the beta players' playbooks down to 1, shorter.
So he goes 2 damage knockdown.
Yep, and then a wrap of 1, so takes 3 damage. Oh no, he's taking a push instead. The momentous push.
It's the knockback.
It's the knockback.
Getting Hammer closer to this scrum so he can start to take control.
Guys in chat pointing out a valid point there. He didn't. They don't believe that Hammer could have seen Hearn.
No, I think he had an angle right around the edge of that forest, especially because his opponent didn't contest it at all. Also, he's in that forest.
I was going to say, if he's
touching
touching the forest, he counts as in it, so you can see into it. It's only seeing through it.
Yeah, and he took the die down for cover, so.
Yeah. Momentous 2 damage and a push. 15 health left on Hearn there. So taking him away from the forest, still in cover from the terrain piece behind him, but slowly dragging him away.
Another attack coming out of Hammer here.
Yeah, 6 dice, looking for 3s and 1. All hits. 5. It's surely just 2 momentous 2 again. You need that momentum to go first.
You got to go first. And that's what he takes.
And he takes the 2 with push. 13 health left.
And struggling to get him out of cover here.
Yeah, really struggling. And imagine if he'd have left 1 influence on someone else to take the Iron Fists.
I think maybe you'd probably take the jog and just take 1 more attack for more momentum.
And another 2 momentous. with the push. Down to 11 health, 4 momentum generated for the Masons, and in what could have been a terrible turn 1, manages to bring it back and made the right call with Flint there to risk him to J-Car.
Absolutely.
He's still alive, he's still got the ball. He's out of range to trigger the trap at the start of the turn, so Flint looking in a pretty decent place here now. Players now. Who was the last to activate? Oh, we got Egret to activate with her blessing from Hearn. Probably going to look at a flurry onto Mallet to clip the monkey as well.
This seems really good, especially because he can't get punished by Love Creature at all here.
Correct, yeah. Looking for 3s. And he goes off. So that's 2 damage to Mallet, 2 damage to forgotten his name, Marbles. And both poisoned as well. And then she gets to make 5 inches worth of dodges. Get away from Hammer.
Yeah, seems wise.
Yeah.
We're looking at Mason's up 2.
Yep. So, assuming just normal dice, Masons here go first. They take that goal, hit J-Car.
And I think they're really good, a really commanding spot. A lot of pressure on Hunters.
Which is the model at the back there for the Hunters? Stood in front of the goal. Fortunately, I can't see his cards.
I think it's Minx, but that's the model we weren't sure about when we started.
And it goes to the Masons and measuring up the Hammer influence pinching. Both players 10 minutes, plus 10 minutes in turn 1.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
important turn 1.
Yeah.
Both these teams.
Very interactive turn 1.
Yeah. I remember someone telling me last night that most games in America, like the average length is sort of like 5 or 6 turns. Is that what you've seen?
Yeah, they're pretty long games.
See,
I mean, I'm a little bit skewed. I'm a smoke player.
So you want a long game. Yeah, the same. I mean, it's really different to the UK where it's generally 2-3 turns is the sort of average because we just banging goals left, right, and centre, and that's what the focus is on. And the guys were telling me last night here that quite often you'll be looking for a goal to finish a game rather than to start a game off, unless it's on the table.
Yeah, I mean, and then there's certain. Most of the time, like Americans will take the goal if it goes away by not taking it.
Yeah.
So if you lose the ball either way, you take the goal, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's only a handful of captains that like actively want to start the game with a goal. Midas, Pinvice,
Shark, the footballing captains.
Yes, and they're just not as popular here. Midas pretty much disappeared with the nerf.
Yeah.
We have few engineer players, at least in the Chicago meta. We have 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And they're both ballista players. And then we have almost no fish whatsoever.
Okay, Bryce here delivering us water. Bryce, the stream were taking the mick out of your accent. They say, why aren't you announcing things in English?
Because...
Wow.
Well, family-friendly stream.
Oh, do you...
You'll probably hear you a little bit.
Well, somebody's getting demonetized.
All right, so we're having the Masons player saying he's going to activate Hammer first.
Okay.
Buying the so he's going with he's not looking for that goal.
Yeah. It looks like he bought Iron Fist.
Yep.
Managed to take it off of Flint.
Oh. Momentous tackle knockdown. Oh, he's already knocked down, isn't he? So he's 2s to
Momentous
hit.
2, probably.
Yeah, but still 4 1s there. It's pretty awful. Down to 9 health on Hearn. And I think we see him just evaporated from the table here.
Yeah.
Next roll comes in. Much better. Everything hits -1 for the armor point.
Full book.
Full playbook.
I think he just takes the 5 here and hopes to spend some of his momentum on
someone else.
Yeah.
Yep, takes that 5 damage, non-momentous. It's always reassuring when the players say what you've just said. You're like, yeah, I know how to play this game.
No, I don't know how I feel about this
The
knockback.
knockback taking you further away from the Hunters team unless he's looking at Egret as his next.
Yeah, I guess
Punch
his
in
next
target.
victim.
Yeah. But her counterattack is horrific. Like when you, well, not
Yeah, but
against
he's
Hammer
tackle
actually.
knockdown on 2. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
Also, he ignores that 1 damage because of the tough hide. So Egret's not great, but Egret against someone else, like the 1 damage poison dodge is horrific on 1 because of all her traits stack on that 1 damage. She gets swift strikes and then she's got thingy.
Yeah.
It's just I think I had Honor run into me when I was playing Hunters. I was like, counter attack, spiked my dice, got the 1 damage. I was like, wait, hold on. Oh, sweet. Disengaged and put 1 damage poison on it. And he was like, well, that sucked.
Another 3 coming down.
Yep. Guys in chat asking why has the goal not been taken. He's pretty much sacrificed Flint and the ball here. And
To get an activation advantage. I don't like the decision. I think you take the goal there.
yeah, it's on the table. I think you allocate 4 to Flint to ensure you can get as many chances at momentum as possible before you where they go and then you go score.
Yeah. Maybe you just didn't feel comfortable allocating or essentially spending 10 influence on 2 activations.
Yeah.
Because you need the 1 for Iron Fist and the 5 on him.
Yeah. And there we are. We see Hearn taken off the table. It's 2-0 to Aaron, England. And a bucket of momentum generated from all this as well. And he's taking Punishing March from Flint, so Flint really not doing anything with that ball, can't even know where to go and get away.
Oh, and he's leaving.
And he's leaving.
I don't know how. I definitely don't feel like he should be heading over there. If anything, head back to the countercharge bubble where it's safe.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like if you put him over there, you're going to have your influence invalidated next turn.
Yeah, because surely the Hunters
Egret's
just
just
go,
gonna leave.
cool, all right, well, I'll drop down to the bottom half of the pitch and leave you alone.
You got to stay inside that nice safe Venn diagram.
And Stream pretty much with us on the agreed going first with Flint.
I mean, it can be tough. Flint crowded out by 1. Can't really afford the parting blows. He's got to hit momentum off.
He's
3
got
dice.
to hit JCar because the lack of armor. Looking for 3, 4 pluses to get his push. No,
2.
Push dodge on 2.
2 because he's got no armor.
Yeah.
That could be dicey. I can see how that's anything but guaranteed.
It's not tempting, is it? But I still think you, with the board state as it was, you're not losing hammer. Hearn's not escaping. I think you take that. So we're now placing down the forest, making sure he's more than 2 inches away from the terrain pieces. He is. They're on here. Punching Flint.
All right, Flint down to 1.
3's and 1 because of snared. And yeah, see a momentous takeout here most likely. Momentous 2.
So 2 momentum from that.
So Flint gone.
Scatter the. Remember
Scatters.
that?
And it's 2.
I'm trying to tell the players to scatter the ball before
Yeah.
you pick them up. They can't hear me.
No. That's now 2-2.
2-2.
1 to the 6. That's pretty nice. Yes. Just gets there. JCar snaps the ball to him. Is he snapping it? He's just going to leave it. I'm now considering what his choice is with Theron here. He's got 3 influence left on him. Probably another pinned onto brick and then run off to somewhere obnoxious to ruin counter charge, surely.
Yeah, especially because Mallet's pretty rough there because he's got 2 on him, so he's got sprint, glide, attack through that forest. So you can't see anybody.
He's in a terrible place because his base is touching that bit of terrain. Can't charge over it, so has to charge in a very straight angle, which just is towards the trap, really.
And he's got line of sight on nobody because of that forest.
Yep, very well placed. So Steve there just clarifying that with counter charges, only if he ends his movement, so he can like skirt into it. As long as he finishes his advance outside of the 6-inch aura, brick can't charge him. Clarifying with each other that they're happy with that move. They are. So it's sprinting and picks up the ball again. Hammer going to where he was. We're going to see I think we'll see the entire entire Hunters team do this now.
Did he pull the influence for the sprint?
Yes, he did. Yes, yeah. And then snipe on brick.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
Goes for snipe. It's successful. Momentum, 2 damage down to 1, and still snared. He's not pinned, so he can charge off in any direction he wants. Though with that trap and that forest being where they are, the Masons team can't do a great deal.
No.
Interesting allocation onto Vet Harmony at the top of the table there. 2 on her.
I think he's worried about it's smelling salts for the poison there, but I'm just worried she's going to reapply it. But then again, he has last activation now, so he's going to be able to clear conditions wherever. Smelling salts is really great when you have last activation.
Yeah, and you can have all the conditions applied to you and then just clump it on.
Backing up brick. And looked like he also cleared his condition on it.
Yep. Gives him that full range back, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, just a jog of 2.
What token is that on Jacob?
Blessing, maybe?
I thought Blessing, but he's only got blood and...
Or not Blessing, Sunstrike, maybe.
Oh, Sunstrike, so that's his...
Gun string.
Character plays become momentous.
So
yeah, so he gets
momentously gun string.
Yeah.
Essentially gives him another momentous column on his book.
Yeah. And we're charging into Hammer here. I think he's just done some X-Wing style movements.
Yeah.
There we are.
Okay.
Opponent going. No, you measured its total, including melee, and then put him at the end of that.
Do we have a counterattack declared here?
I don't know. Have we got a monkey charge? And it takes the counter charge. It could be terrible for
Jakar. I don't know if he def stances this. He did. It does look like he got to base.
Yeah.
So with a def stance here, I think he's actually pretty safe.
Yeah. We'll be rolling 3, 7, 8 dice. Yeah, he should definitely defensive stance it. Can't risk the little spike and wrap onto double push away.
Here comes the def
and he
stance.
does declare defensive stance. Hammer. Looking for 5s. He's been rolling hot dice pretty much the entire game.
4.
Gets 4.
That's what he needs.
Just 1 short for the double
one
push.
short for the double push.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was on 1.
No, I agreed. But it's one of those annoying defensive stances where he rolled no 4s.
Yeah, but you can't make your decisions based on that.
No, I don't.
Right? It's still prevented.
Yeah.
If it didn't.
Players' clocks there dropping quite fast, I'd say. I mean, they drop at the same speed in every single game, but for points scored, both clocks dropping quite quick.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this all day. A lot of really grindy games throughout. I hope you're ready.
Oh yeah. It was British champs when we had pretty much Engineers versus Union on most of the games. It was like, let's get ready for the long ones. JK's attack coming in, looking for 3s and 1 after the charge. Gets 6 hits, so full playbook again. If that's Sunstrike, I think you take the 2 damage. Gutton String. But we'll see what he picks. What do you just pile the damage on? I mean,
I don't like this decision at all. I think you should take a momentous 2 damage because the gun string is momentous. So
Yeah.
you should take the gun string there. I don't think that the
Yeah.
dodge helps you.
He
Now he dodges out. He's going to go hit the monkey.
he's gonna.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I guess he knows he's going to get his back to the shadows. I guess he just wants to get away from Mallet, steal this momentum.
Yeah. Okay, that
and
makes
then,
sense.
And then get
And
away.
then get out of here. I thought he'd run towards the top of the screen.
Yeah.
He looks like he's
Counterattack declared. That's
Oh,
why those
so
are
he's
dodging
dodging
away.
back into the
Okay,
monkey.
right. Makes more sense. Missed that bit. But he's not got a non-damaging dodge, has he? So Love Creature is now triggered.
Yeah, unfortunately, well, Love Creature is all other models, so
Yeah.
no help on a counterattack or anything.
Oh, he takes 2 damage Gutton String, which is momentous because of Sunstrike. So 6 momentum generated total here for the Hunters versus 3 for the Masons. And he takes us back to the shadows, away from the fight. So Gutton String there. I think. Oh, you've got 2 on vet harmony, so there's no point putting bleed out. Hunter's playing a good hit and run style here.
That's what you got to do against this team. Like, they will outfight you in the scrum all day. I mean, one of the real big strengths of Masons is
The protective bubble, which this team circumvents so well, either with the ranged character plays or players like Jaycott who go in, engage, dodge around, and then leave again.
And the other thing is that almost across the board is they're very slightly overstated. They have like one or 2 more hit points than you'd expect.
Yeah.
And they all have about 1 more armor than you'd expect.
Yep.
Makes them very, very durable.
Yeah.
And you really got to keep Jakar safe because he has that anatomical, and he's your key to doing a lot of damage to this team.
He's also, besides Theron, your pretty much only source besides Hearn when he is around, but he's your reliable momentum generation. Mm-hmm. I mean, my favourite thing that you can do with the team, if you just need to generate momentum, is go in with Hearn after he's been sunstriked and just momentous single people out for double momentum each time.
Yeah, the fact that that's double momentum and you can single out someone who's already singled out.
Yeah, you're just like, 3 influence, I'll take 6 momentum, thank you very much.
Or you wrap and you're like, I'll just take 4.
Yeah.
It'd skewer you and
I think Aaron here, accepting he's not going to win the momentum race, so he's just going to go trigger the trap and then remove conditions on himself. Which is a fair play. I mean, if you're not going to do anything else, you might as well get rid of this hindrance to Brick.
looking to see if he can avoid the forest here.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but does Minx have damage target?
No, I believe she has marks target.
She has marks to play. I just wondered if she had it on the back of her book. Yeah, so
Yeah, she does.
So she needs to be careful that, I mean, that looks out easily, actually.
And now that they've slid her slightly, this is definitely Minx.
Yeah. Yes, it is, yeah. So just for harmony left for the Masons. Has Marbles activated?
Marbles has not activated. He counters.
He counter charged in, didn't he? And it looks like we're looking at the Minx charge in with the damage target here.
Ooh.
Yeah, so Minx here, free charging into marbles. So yeah, Mallet would just be out, but nice freebie here. Her threat range is so large with this.
And it's 3 models with Back to the Shadows. This is just the in-out play here is so
good. Especially after Mallet's just activated. No threat to her at all. And fantastic result there. Takes 3 momentous damage and a double dodge and kills marbles. So 3-2 to Steve. So 6 inches of dodge here. Oof. When you add to the fact that he's got knee slider in his hand when he finally does score a goal, his team, or Egret, you assume it's Egret, or Theron.
It's probably going to be Theron.
Just fly back up the pitch.
I think him backing out with Hammer was a big mistake here. He's got to just shove that model that's very hard for his team to kill because he's got no damage buff running around.
You just get in their face with him, and you just, when you get to activate him and you get to engage a model, you just go through them. That's like Vet Harmony coming in, planning to go in deep there. We just sprint in the middle of it, get your Aura in.
And that early activation pressure he put on, he immediately just lost by losing marbles there.
Yep. And 8 momentum to 2.
Hunter's looking like they're going to take control of this game.
Yeah. Don't particularly like this free charge that he's planning out here.
It looks out to me.
Yeah. You just give Brick the chance to counter-charge and generate free momentum. I mean, I know your defensive stance up to 6.
Right, because he sniped him, he didn't pin him.
Yeah.
Because if he pinned him here, there's no
counter-charge on. And the whole thing of...
He was going to take the glide and go into the forest, but now he takes it there. Take this counter-charge, absolutely.
Yep.
Free money here. Looks like it's going to be straight dice, down 1 for cover, up 1 for Mallet.
For the friend, yeah.
Then obviously up 4 for the charge.
And Dare Troll pointing out that if you can get J-Car into Hammer first, cut and string him, put down the trap, leave, Hammer just does nothing next turn. No defensive stance declared, and 3 5s hit, so he got the damage if he wants it, or push.
4 hits.
Can't see. Oh, yeah, it's a 6, so yeah, 4 hits. Wow. So, not generating momentum because he knows you can't win it, so choosing his best possible results.
2 damage knockdown.
And with their knockback. The Americans in chat saying that they prefer going for the takeout strategy because when you go for goals, you lose control of the ball, so they don't like that style of play.
Absolutely. The ball is a resource.
Yeah.
And as long as you have it well protected, it's effectively 4 points that you can spend the resource for.
Yeah.
But no reason to spend it and hand it to your opponent.
Yeah. And Jan Flange here pointing out that Americans seemingly care more for like the 12-0 win than the 12-10. Which in UK and EU is like, well, I'm going to score, you get the ball, you probably score, so I get the ball back.
Because when you play those goal-scoring teams, like once you're behind, the idea is that I'm just going to trade goals till we win.
Yeah.
And the way out of that is you need to win momentum.
You need to score
and take the goal.
Take out 2 players and then get your goal. Yeah.
Or you need to be up on momentum, take your goal last activation,
and then
chase
first.
it down first activation.
Yeah.
That requires a really good positioning spread.
Yeah.
Because that's what we've actually noticed playtesting our blacksmiths once we got the rules, is that if you can score first goal on them, which is a tall order.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how they recover.
Yeah, they have such a strong turn 1 that if it doesn't go off for them at any point, they don't get their turn 1 goal, and you get the turn 1 goal instead because you've received the ball. They really do struggle to come back into it, and despite all their fantastic tech for scoring, which is a little bit of a confusion to some people. People, when they saw them and see the armor and everything, see them as a takeout team. and then when they fly in from 20 inches away, bang in a goal and zip away again.
I think Steamforge is a little bit to blame for that because they previewed Anvil first.
Yeah, we showed Anvil Sledge first and we're like, look at this team, 7 momentous damage. Ignore the guys who can score goals. Look at the 7, look at the 5. Yeah.
And actually, I think your real beater is Iron. Is that momentous 4-on-4 and momentous 2-on-2?
Yeah.
In fact, all of his damage results match
Matches
the column.
Yeah, it's cool.
I really like the Hunter's positioning here.
Yeah.
I think they're
super strong.
Other than them giving away Fahad there, I think they're in a really commanding spot.
So I think the ideal thing we see here is the J-Car activation to shut down Hammer. Depending on the influence allocation, of course, but you assume he's going to get allocated a decent amount.
It depends here. You could also see a Theron activation that pins Hammer.
Yeah.
In the back line, take the goal, and then run down towards the bottom of the pitch.
Yeah.
Back break, especially if there's a 5 influence allocation there.
Yeah.
Just Hammer, you're going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with him being base contact with that barrier, if he ends up on the other side of that barrier,
can't go anywhere.
Can't go anywhere at all.
His knockback shenanigans won't save him this time. So full stack on Hammer, so yeah, either one of those, the Theron activation or the J-Car activation, and planning out the goal. Yeah.
He's got to be a little bit careful of a counterattack here from
Brick.
From Brick, because he's got to really watch that push out if he goes to the max there.
Yeah. I mean, what's Theron's knockdown on? Is it 4 hits? 3 hits? Rolling 10 dice, you'd expect to be pretty happy.
It's on 4.
4 hits. 2-2. He's asked, is he sturdy? So he's looking for the knockdown on the charge here. Oh, at the end of that turn, we saw a flurry onto Mallet. Poisoned both him and Brick.
Other thing he could look for is he could look for being just out and momentous double push him away if he gets to the 4.
Yeah. Yes.
And then just for more momentum, take the snipe. And
take the snipe on someone.
And the pinned at Hammer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And kick the goal, get out of there with all your money.
Well, if you're going for that, though, you need to not be in base contact.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like he's definitely going for the knockdown here.
Yeah. Forgotten to place the forest. Chat screaming. So sniping Brick first to get the defense lowered to make it more reliable. Damage.
I don't know if that's worth it. It's just 1 die.
Yeah. And
absolutely
Aaron
he does.
Aaron there asking, does he have any pushes? And yes he does. I mean, if he hadn't gone to base, if worst comes to worst, and he rolls absolute trash, he's got double dodge on 2. I mean, if you're looking at the knockdown, he's done snipe, he's charged, so he's got 1 influence left, so he can only make a shot after this. So there's no pin. So I think I'd have positioned myself.
Doesn't he have?
He had 6 on him, didn't he?
He had 6 on him, yeah.
So
he's.
Oh wow, big rap. 6 on him, he pinned for 2, he's charged, so he should have 2 left. So 1 more attack and then. So 8 hits in total. I think we see a momentous knockdown, momentous push.
Yeah, I think so too. Especially wrapping into 2, because the momentous 1 doesn't get you momentum or do damage.
Exactly. Yeah, I think he was on the allocated 5, so we see a shot on goal with the bonus time.
No, I think did he sunstrike himself maybe?
I'm not Sure.
He doesn't have a token out, so
And
the goal.
nails it. And here comes the knee slider. Yeah, you take it. So 7-2. Game looking very comfortably in Steve's hands at the moment.
Yeah, I don't like the lack of the control placed on Hammer here, but
Yeah, I mean,
it served up Jakar.
quite nicely. Could we see a potential 6-point activation to bring him back into the lead?
Potentially. It looks like he has to pull the influence here off of Mallet, though.
Yeah.
Which is I'm not wild about.
No, it's not great, but how much is J-Car taking any damage so far?
Jakar took 1 from the counter charge.
Oh yes. So 13 health. Probably take Iron Fist, take
Iron Fist, and then take speed if he can.
Punishing
jog
March,
there.
and then probably jog in. Can he do it with 4 swings to get 13 damage? 4's 6 dice, average 3 hits.
If he hits the 2 damage knockdown in his first try, absolutely.
Yeah. Then yes. Agreed.
He's in cover though, so it's gonna be a little bit of a tall order to do.
Yeah, so it's that first attack needs to spike up just a little bit. So you probably bonus time it.
Ironically, a situation where old Hammer's playbook would have been better because his 2 damage knockdown was 1 lower.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't be able to take those things off because it was 4-inch range back then.
Yeah.
So the play is open to him, although it's hard.
Yes.
I really love the Hutters now that they've updated Theron.
They've what, sorry?
Since the Theron change,
Oh, so it's yeah.
Hunters so much stronger. I think they look
fe-
so fun to play.
Yeah, they feel much better, feel more like hunters, and how
Absolutely.
they originally were envisioned to be this hit and run team that zoom in, do a bit of damage, get away from you, come in, do a little bit more, and sort of kill you over time. Oh,
Have a judge call.
judge call from top table to see what the placement of the ball is. Can it be placed on a barrier to scatter?
You got judge coming now.
We've got Bryce going over, so we'll probably hear him on the player mics, and we'll keep you informed of what happened. So players are resolving a goal kick. The pointer scatter has been placed on a barrier. Is that legal placement for the ball? So Bryce is on. They're saying, can be placed on it, it needs to go point of least resistance in a valid location. It would have to be here. And resolved, nice and quickly. 1's the 1. So it's going to stay there.
Snap it to Hammer.
And
So
snap
look
the
like
hammer.
we're gonna look. Hammer's gonna look for a kill, either putting a lot of damage on Jakar and taking
Yeah.
the goal.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Puts him in a commanding position.
I don't think he's going to be able to get both done though. That's 3 influence to kill Jake.
Yeah, I think take him. You think? Go on.
That's 3 influence to kill Jakar, assuming
Yeah,
he
he's
gets
taking-
punishing March.
He's taken all 3. +1 kick, +1 damage, +2 move. You can jog 7 inches. Now, whether of course, he'll be able to get in range with the knockbacks, and he'll take away the cover after the first hit. So let's see what happens here. I mean, if he gets this goal and this takeout, he takes 4 influence off the table, brings himself to 8 points, takes the goal off the table for the Hunters for the rest of the game, because they're at 7 and they can't risk giving the ball back to him.
Yeah, absolutely. But it means he's got to play cagey with that monkey.
But yeah, 100%.
He can't let that monkey out. He can't be threatening the double counter charge.
No.
Did he hit the 2 damage knockdown? I didn't quite hear it.
I don't think he did. I think he only got knocked back, knocked down, tackle. Not great. So whether he can do it or not, probably not now. He needs just really high numbers. Jacob has 13
Still on
health
13
remaining.
health.
Back up to, still on 6 dice, 4 hits. So I think he takes non-momentous results here to try and... Momentous 3.
Yeah, because he didn't quite get to the non-momentous 4 double push.
Yeah. Take...
Swimming his way towards that goal.
Yeah. I mean, from his positioning, if he doesn't take out Jakar here, he gets shut down a little bit and plenty of momentum generated for the attacks coming in. But if he gets it all, if it all pays off for him, and he rolls really, really well in the next few attacks, the knockback here, pushing him out of cover, then he's threatening both Hearn and Minx and Egret as all potential targets for his next takeout. Going again, hidden freeze. Oh, nice. Oh, 4 hits again. I thought that was more. Down to 7. Don't think we're going to see it here. It's either a takeout or the goal.
I think you got it. I think you got it. You got to take the goal.
I'm unsure.
I think Egret just takes it right back off you.
Egret takes it off you, but then she's not going to score. If you take out J-Car,
I think she just punts the ball towards the top of the screen.
yeah,
Right? It's more about taking it off. Like he's on.
take it away from the Masons rather than scoring your own goal. Last attack. He's got one more attack after this if he wants it.
Oh, that's big.
2, 4, 6.
Full book. Unmomentous 5, maybe.
Yeah. What would that leave him on?
I haven't been marking it. I think it leaves him on 2.
Here we go. We can see Aaron here considering shot on goal with modifier or kill J-Car.
Well, he technically doesn't have the knockback still to resolve. He could. Oh, yeah, but it still puts him in the ball path, so it doesn't change anything. Might as well just leave him there.
He's going for the takeout.
Going for the takeout.
Yep. So that's J-Car. 4 influence gone. Aaron brings himself up to 4, so there's no goal being scored this turn from the Masons. And unfortunate there on his first attack that he didn't manage to get the extra damage. But Sean Dooley, come and take photos. Upload them into Guild Ball supporters, let everyone who's not here see. So if we upload the photos into Guild Ball supporters, show everybody who's not here what's going on. Thanks, Sean.
I don't know. I think he should have taken that goal. It puts him in such a commanding position.
Yeah, I mean, he's so far down on clock as well. Like, every point will matter for him.
I think he's hoping he can win the momentum race.
Yeah. I mean, by taking that 4 influence off the table, we don't see all that much generated now from the Hunters. Theron's activation was for the goal. He's only got 1 left. And 2 damage just snared there to Hammer from Blessing of the Sun-Fathered Hearn.
So down to 1 from Tough Hide?
Yeah.
Or no, down to 2, right?
That's to 2, yeah.
Skewered.
Skewered is 3. And then spends his 1 momentum to heal Hearn 4.
Putting him up to 14.
Yeah, that's still well within Hammer territory for the next turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the counter attack from Hammer against Egret when she comes in is pretty scary.
The other thing is he's going to have to make sure that if he wants to have a good Hammer activation next turn, that he sprints somebody.
Somebody's got to get up there to give him, to feed him, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, you've lost that from Mallet's probably within 10 inches.
Charge on Hammer here?
From Egret, was that?
From Minx.
Oh, from Minx, of course, yeah.
If Minx wraps here, that's a big deal.
What's
She
the
can
attack
wrap to the
on?
2,
Yeah.
take the ball, and back to the shadows
Back
out of
to
there.
shadows. Not the wrap to the 2, wrap onto the 1. Could take tackle dodge,
Yeah.
get out of melee, unsnap the ball, snap it onto Egret, and then you're back to the shadows to an unattractive place.
Can't back to the shadows though, didn't deal damage.
Of course, yeah. Does do tackle momentous dodge. And unsnaps, snaps onto Egret. Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
man. That ball is well and truly out of Hammer's reach.
Yeah, and he's,
He's
incorrectly
incorrectly taking the back to the shadows.
Yeah. You just it's one of those things that you assume when Minx charges that she gets it.
Yeah.
But it's just a natural ability rather than a trigger. Interesting one. I mean, Egret can't score this turn, but she can certainly sprint up and threaten next turn. Where's the monkey?
Monkey is in the middle
between
next Flint and Brick.
Oh. Hammer went first, so they've lost J-Car. Mason's got last activation here.
Yeah, I think they have last 2.
Last 2. Yes, they do, yeah. So yeah, so Vet Harmony here can just be held for smelling salts.
I think more likely she'll sprint and go turn on Hammer.
Yeah. Not like that though. For Hard spending the momentum to stand up, free charge in. Matt Hart's come to join us, everybody.
Yay! I don't think he could have taken that charge. He's engaged by Mallet, and he's pointing it out.
Yeah. So Matt Hart there squeezing in. He's going to point my mic over to him a little bit.
Who's winning?
The Hunters are winning 7-4. Steve Gragne versus Aaron England.
Okay.
It's been a pretty well controlled game by the Hunters so far.
Oh, really?
Lots of in and out. There's 2 Back to the Shadows model, or 3. There's 3 Back to the Shadows models running around.
Right, okay. So there's a lot of hit and run.
Yeah.
Really ties in with the Hunter's play style.
Perfect.
Interesting to see how many Masons players there are on the field today. Do you think that's got anything to do with the WTC results?
I don't know so much the WTC results. I just think Masons, now that they have gained another very strong captain after the Hammer rework,
Yeah.
that with their flexibility, their stats being just slightly above the curve across the board,
Right.
that they're just a very forgiving team and a very strong team to play with a lot of adaptability. And I think it just attracts a lot of competitive players.
Cool. So is this first round or second round?
This is first round so far.
Still first round.
Yep. We've got all the big boys playing as well, who've
We've got wins already on the board, have we?
already got wins, yeah. So Fraser McFetridge at the top with Masons, Frank Kumtis with Fisherman in second, Shane Watty in third currently with Farmers.
Jake's chalked a winner. Zach's got a win already.
Yeah. Plenty of people still going as well.
Oh, who did Alex lose to in the first round?
Oh no! You're
That's with a round 1 loss. Oh, no.
he was your man to win.
Yeah, he was.
Strong start.
Poor Alex.
Alex Bots lose to Shane Watty. Farmers v Farmers, both playing Thresher. 12-5 result.
12-5. Boom.
Oh.
Pressure on Thresher. Something we might see more than once this weekend.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Cool, right, I'm going to go and find a casual game.
Yeah, no worries.
Good work, fellas.
See you soon. What time's the SteamyCon mixer tonight?
Sorry?
What time's SteamyCon tonight?
8 o'clock, I believe.
Awesome. Right. Try and get there. So back to the game because we stopped paying attention there for a little bit. We're just going to try and catch up. Looks like Egret went in, put down Flurry because Marvelson is now poisoned.
I don't know. I'd like to see her farther away from Hammer.
Yeah.
But I guess just having the ball there puts it on. It's 2 turns before he gets another goal.
Yeah. He has to make a choice of takeouts or going for that ball. Where's Flint? Flint's just stood in front of the goal.
Big 3-man smelling salts.
Interesting. I mean, I don't think Egret should have activated so early to put that flurry out.
Yeah, especially because he's got, 2 activations still to kill. Hasn't gone with Fahad, hasn't gone with...
Yeah. Mason's down to 9 minutes.
We're going to see some clock pressure coming out here soon.
Yeah.
Up 5 minutes this late in the game. It's going to be a big deal, especially because it's very likely this is going to go to time.
Let's go to time, and if Steve just scores a goal, then he also wins on clock.
If he clocks it all.
Yeah. Wow, Christian Metz lost 1-12 with his Blacksmiths.
I mean, that's the hard thing about Blacksmith. So is if that guy scored on Christian to start,
Yeah.
he's just in a bad spot and's got to try to fisticuffs his way out of it,
Yeah.
which they don't do incredibly well. Lots of upsets going on.
Yeah. I mean, Christian Metz there, not using his main guild, I guess you could say.
This is his first tournament loss ever,
Yeah. Wow.
or at least recorded on long shots.
Yeah.
Very, very good player. That was my loss at WTC. Was to Christian.
Such a good player, and as I was saying, like the EU like to do and the UK like to do quite fast, quick games where I'm going to let you score points so I can score my more points. He's one of those players who's like, no, I'm going to win. I'm not going to give you anything. And again, very, very good Masons player. Metz is still in the World Championship though. He's probably just trying out new things and getting his head around the blacksmiths. So he's aware of them.
Yeah. So Brick walks up, engages Fahad,
Stops the free charge, stops that free momentum generation.
lowers his efficiency.
I mean, three momentum to 0.
Well, I think he's actually got 2 more.
Oh well. Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
looking at spending them.
And he heals Mallet.
Mallet. See, I think personally, I'd be looking at Mason's win. I'd be healing marbles.
Yeah.
If Theron can do marbles from range, get yourself up to 8.
Well, especially because he's looking at maybe 4 on Egret here
Yeah,
with a sprint, flurry, kill marbles, shoot goal.
yeah, yeah.
Like, game over. Like,
Sprint, yeah. Sprint, flurry. Yeah, sure.
although I guess marbles is on 4.
Well,
so
also-
he's got to
also-
find 2 more damage on him.
Yeah, which I think Theron could do it, and then you go with Egret. Or Egret goes in and just snap fires a little bit on people to get the dodges, bring her close enough, puts out a few poisons, and then shoots. But we need to get momentum generated somewhere first, and Mason's taking first activation, so got that momentum in the bag. Good to see we've got 125 people watching the stream right now. Nice numbers to see.
You got your car coming back on at the bottom, looking to take advantage of that fast train.
He gets so fast. Don't think he needs 2. 1's enough just to sprint, put down the trap. Be very surprised if a Mason player wanders into charge range of 12 inches of Descartes there.
Brick might be in right now, but it looks a bit far to me.
Maybe. The edge of table to the edge of that terrain piece should be 6 inches. Yeah, quite possibly.
It's close.
Yeah.
At the very least. Maybe it's worth the influence not to measure and see if he just walks into
Yeah.
the threat, not telegraph that it's there. Mason's getting very tight on time,
Yeah.
especially being down points. You do not want to see that clock going.
Only 2 influence onto Egret there. So, within 6 inches of Vet Harmony, who's going to go stealing 1 for Iron Fist and beat up Minx.
Terrible roll.
Awful roll.
Momentous too, it looks like.
Yep. And again. 7 dice looking for 4s with that 1 point of armor. Much better roll this time. Two damage from Ventus with a push. Let's see. Push knockbacks to try and get over to Egret.
Yeah, that's going to be a tall order. He's not going to get there. Especially, he's only got 3 more inches of dodge.
Yeah. But he's still got his advance. Less than 5 minutes now on the Masons clock. Not looking great for Aaron England here. Takes the knockdown. Was that a counter-attack that snared on?
No, he was snared to start the turn.
Oh, was it? Okay. 3 momentum damage down to 1.
Leave him on 1. Looks like he's just going to barely be able to kill her. He's got 1 left.
Yeah. Final attack. Three damage from Mentis. Oh, he's taking the model off. He needs to do the push dodge. Ah. So he's taking his knockback.
Yeah.
Regardless.
And he's clearing the snared.
There's the snared. Has his advance to go and engage if he wants it. No, pass it over to Hunters. It's egret planning here. Looking for a big boy pass over to Theron. I think if Hearn's got any on him, you could safely sprint to the other side of Hammer's melee zone and just pass to Hearn.
So, snap firing on.
Onto Mallet. Just 1 dice, goes off, 1 damage, poison, and a dodge. Very nice.
It's going to allow him to back to the shadows and keep kiting Hammer there. Looks like we're looking at a kick to space, though.
Yeah. Kick to space. Hope that Theron can pick it. Hope it scatters in the.
As long as it doesn't go like heavy to the 1, he's totally fine here.
Well, I think I can't tell from the camera angle. I think it looks like 2 on Hearn, 2 on J-Cart. Is actually quite nice positioning for that influence to sprint and pick up. The kick is successful. Really, anything to the 3 is ideal. I think 3 to the 3 is perfect.
6 to the 3.
6 to 3. That might be a little bit wide, but I think he'll take it. Theron cannot intercept because the ball's path does not cross over it, however. Player's just going to check this now. Yeah, that's not happening. Good use of laser there.
He's going to keep it.
Yeah, you keep it. From where it is, you can't risk the ball scattering 6 to the 1.
And back to the shadows coming over. Going to hide by the cover.
Nice play.
As long as he minds the counter charge here from Brick, I think he's going to be A-okay.
Yeah, I mean, what we could see is the sprint from J-Car, snap the ball on the way, unsnap it whilst moving to drop it off. Good positioning from Brick to
force him to deal with it.
Yeah.
I think you, and especially because now he can't just activate Fahad and just turn the counter charge off.
Yeah. Well, he's still engaged from Mallets. There's no charge.
Yeah, exactly.
Walk 6, take the parting blow. Probably just get knockdowns on 3. 7 dice. Not likely. Might get it though.
And he's got to deal with that counter charge no matter what. Because
from
he's
both
only got
as well.
the 3-inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for him to get there and not take one of them.
I mean, the interesting thing though, what could be say is to drop the forest, block line of sight for those 2, sprint deep, and take the long range shot. Maybe Flint blocks a little bit of it, but whatever.
Yeah.
I know. Looks like we're going for the takeout.
I actually think at this point, you're so up on the clock, maybe even playing keep away might be a legitimate strategy here.
Yeah.
I mean,
You don't need that goal.
Yeah. You hate to see it. It's not fun to watch.
Oh yeah,
but this is the LCQ.
Yeah.
You got to get in.
In this tournament and British champs, both very similar things where if you win, you get, well, for this one, if you win this, you get into the national champs. British champs, similar style where if you win, you get to go to America. We saw a lot of very just grinded out games, both players doing just the safe thing each turn rather than going for those risky one dices or anything.
No, actually, in retrospect, I think what he should have done here is activate Jakar and kick it to Theron. Like that extra influence really would be quite
spent,
useful.
yeah. What we might see is just Jakar sprint, pick the ball up, run deep down to where those tokens are of Aaron's.
Buy him 2 turns.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he doesn't take out Mallet, otherwise Mallet comes back on and beats Jakar's face in. But we'll see about 6, maybe. Link's yet to activate. Can counter charge. Can free charge. Where is she? Oh, she was killed. What am I talking about?
So he puts him in the forest and charges him.
Yep. Can see him because he's in the forest, not on the other side. Plays
Brace for Impact comes
Brace for
down.
Impact. Brace for Impact is the best card against Masons for when you allow the monkey to trigger and you're like, yeah, whatever, Brace for Impact.
Yeah, Brace for Impact is the anti
Marbles, yeah.
Well, it's anti
Oh,
counter,
anti-brick
all of
as
the
well,
counter
yeah, yeah.
charges. Really good against Tenderizer and Compound too.
Yeah. And just ruins Quaff's day. So he's like, I can't even hurt you, and I can't generate any momentum for my charge. If I've got Sikkim or just want to buy an attack, or Sikkim is the best one for it.
That poor doggo.
I know. So 1 momentum damage and snared.
Did you catch what was on the charge?
I think he got nothing.
Really?
Yeah. I think defensive stance going up to force 2, losing a dice 5 dice, like 5 dice versus 9 dice versus force 2. You expect to get something, but not beyond the realms of disbelief. Momentous 2. Momentous 2 again. Oh, unless he got knocked down. I think that's what happened on the charge. Knocked down, that's why he's rolling so many dice.
He's knocked down snared now.
Knocked down snared, yeah, so.
Def 1.
Def 1, yeah. Def 1, 2. Although you get some real value for your momentum when you clear conditions on him. You get rid of poison, snared, and knockdown.
Absolutely.
But it stops healing.
And he's absolutely got to clear conditions here because otherwise...
Poison
like
is just... Blessing of the Sunfather onto himself, and he's going to shoot him to bonus time it. Nothing that he can do here to try and prevent it besides bad dice roll. And 2 damage, take out. So that puts Steve onto 9 points and quite far ahead on momentum. And the game really just spiralling out of Aaron's control. He's got 3 minutes left on his clock, needs to score 6 points. Steve with control of the ball. Yeah. I don't like to say the game's sewn up, but I think it's pretty much sewn up for him.
As long as he can maintain his activation or his clock lead
Yeah.
and not give away too many more points to Hammer. Doesn't look like Hammer's going to have any other easy like 1-rounders.
No.
And he needs that and the goal.
Yeah. No, the goal's not on the table for him.
And once Jakar activates, it's going to be even less on the table.
Yeah.
It's going to go drop it in a corner somewhere.
Drop in the corner, or just sprint, pick up the ball, go first, charge in.
Kill the monkeys, shoot, game.
Yeah. Well, you only need to generate momentum. I think you charge brick. Like, so if you sprint down the pitch to around about just past the starting line, charge brick on the other side of him so the monkey can't counter-charge you, generate some momentum, dodge away and have a tap-in goal.
I think if you're up enough momentum, you get closer
Yeah.
and you just charge the monkey and be engaged by brick and just be down to die.
Yeah,
And just,
that's fair.
there's a good chance you can just kill the monkey on the charge,
Yeah.
dodge out, take your shot. Good old striker Jakar.
Yeah.
When I was in the Adepticon qualifier, I lost the game to 2 snapshots from Jakar.
Oh. One of the best things that Jakar can do, and the thing that Perkins does really well with him is with Zarola, is he takes the jog forwards, goes in, damages someone a lot, and then dodges past the entire team and sort of sits in their deployment zone. It's like, well, you can either turn around to deal with Jakar, or he's just going to be a pain in your ass.
He's just going to bounce in and out and go back to the cover of the goal.
And be a snapshot target that can be fed via someone else. Fit Harmony there sprinting up to engage Theron. Maybe looking for the crowd out for Hammer for next turn to try and go deal with Theron. But I think the writing's on the wall. I mean, Steve really play a little bit quicker at these times and not lose his advantage.
Steward coming down on Hammer.
Yep. Hits it, so 3 damage down to 2. And snared, which is the real nasty. I think.
Yeah, you got to go threading that ball with Flynn. You got to make Jakar pick it up.
Yeah.
You got to do something. Ooh, I don't know. I'd have pushed him farther forward.
Yeah. Hug brick space as far as you can go. I guess the trade-off for that is that you potentially block out your own counter charge.
Well, he can, yeah. But like if he is outside and he's at the max inch, you're threatening the Flint counterattack to leave.
Yeah. Yeah, Fahad there. With Mallet gone, just free charges into them. Who is the attacker? I didn't hear who the declaration was against.
I think it's got to be against Marbles here.
It goes against Brick. Go for the low numbers.
I'm just looking to find momentum and get ahead here.
Yeah.
So you can take the goal and close it.
And they're both now engaged, so
counter charge.
Can't charge off the table.
There's no way that Jakar can take the goal this turn, can he?
Ooh, snapshot from hard.
Well, I don't think snapshot from hard. I think he's just
He's looking for it. He's got 11-inch sprint. It's within one of the ball there. To me, it looks a little short. That's a 9 and 2 inches extra at the end. It's nowhere near enough.
It's close.
Yeah. About 2 inches, about 1.5 inches short. Go on, snapshot for hard. Do it. Winning style. 6s on the pass. Bonus time up to 2 dice. Do it.
I don't think you can. I think it's the only way you can lose the game.
Yeah. I'm all about the mascot goals. Yeah. Safe play.
He's got to be in.
He's playing safe.
Yeah, that's less than a 50% or 44.
Yeah.
Take that snapshot.
I'd do it. Glorious. Yeah, guys in chat saying both clocks, like, fair play to Aaron for being, well, he's lost players, so he's had 6 activations.
And he's burnt the vast majority of his advantage. He was up almost 7 minutes at one point.
Yeah.
Now we're looking inside 1.
And if the Masons can get their act together and steal it, Masons steal it.
Activating first.
Oh.
All right, what do you do here, though? Like, this is why you had to push Flint up.
Yeah. All right, and make sure the clocks are ticking. There we go. 5 on Hammer, 4 on Vet Harmony.
You got to think that's got to be a first activation hand. Then you don't put that much on.
1. He's allocated for hard one. It's definitely on Brick. Oh, measuring on his opponent's time. Oof.
Absolutely allowed.
Look at this measurement, like, it's where I'm walking to.
I don't care if you know.
Yeah. Oh, nervous hands.
He doesn't kill Theron, does he?
Attack 8, 4's 1. Take the knockdown on the first. Down to 3's 1. 4 swings with Iron Fists.
I guess he's up a die.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit, and he's got a short playbook. So,
Yeah.
but 4-1 is just such a brutal stat line to try to fight.
And 16 health. So he took Punishing March and Iron
So that's
Fist.
because of the snare.
The snare cancels out there. Hey dice, 4s and 1. Gets good results.
That's-
Cracking results.
That's gonna be the 3 damage knockdown.
Yeah. 3 damage knockdown. Next one. Got to finish this activation within the minute so that he gets the full time for
his next one.
Yeah. All his activations, the rest of this turn can just be movements, like just super quick.
We got another non
Yeah.
4 damage double push coming down.
Yep. Roll quicker. 8 health left. Rubbish. 3 momentous with a push.
So you're down to 5.
Not bothering with any of these pushes, just get the dice roll.
Yeah, you just gotta. Dave, you can't. No time to be persnickety about your positioning.
Take him out now. 3 momentous and a push. 2 left. Last swing. Kill. Kill with momentum. Don't even pick it. Just say it.
Just kill him and click.
Kill him and click your clock. Legendary hammer
Legendary
time.
coming down. All right, I like this.
Good. I mean, as Steve, you just want to make some really, you go, right, activate for hard, click. Back to you. 9-8. Florian hammer.
Florian on a hammer.
Be quicker. It's successful. So 2 damage down to 1. Fit Harmony takes 2. Whew. And 1-inch dodge for it. And quick snap on Harmony, quick fire. Another 1 damage and a dodge. 5 inches of dodge. Well, he has 1 inch of dodge and his advance. And clicks the clock back over. Quick. Just move someone, click your clock.
There you go. You gotta keep
Both
that
players,
alive.
both players go do the same thing.
You gotta hope he misses this goal, and you can just
Yeah.
be on the edge of the turn. Unfortunately, didn't generate a lot of momentum with those takeouts. Had to take those big, high Mason-style damage results.
Yeah.
Inside a minute now for Steve. Hands shaking a little bit.
Pog Northern asked, is there a minimum time for an activation? No, if you can get it in half a second, you get it half a second.
You just gotta state what you activate and
Yeah.
click the clock.
It's got marbles, click. I like the cheeky little tap of the clock there to, do you want a counter attack? No? Cool.
Yeah, just
One second.
burn that 1 second off.
1 second. 1 second. This really hurting the clock.
Two damage coming down on Harmony.
Oh, back to the shadows, and then heal. It just happens the other way around, but whatever. Back onto the Masons. So Masons have got 1 minute now to activate. A little bit more breathing space. Going to concede the VP. Just as a reminder to guys that in Guild Ball, when you run out of time on your clock, you don't automatically lose. You can see the victory point for every activation you make after that time, and you have 1 minute to make those activations. So Steve now, with that activation over on 10.
Activation not quite over.
Seeing Brick's activation here.
It looks like he leaves Fahad on 1.
Disappointing. Really looking for just VPs to claw back the clock because both are going to be clocking out soon. I think they've got a timer outside the clock.
Oh, they haven't started the clock.
Tut, 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 tut.
Judge is right there too, timing. You
Yeah.
should see this.
So they pause the clock because they need to time the 1 minute activation on the phone or stopwatch. They have not pressed play on their clock though to time Steve's clock. So players call it there. Steve says, I'm at 11, I do something, doesn't matter what, you can't score the goal, I win. 12-8. So, well-controlled game by Steve there, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, I absolutely think so. So,
Round one over.
yeah.
Should we see if there's any results come through?
Absolutely. So, Hunters win that. I really like that Hunters play. The three Back to the Shadows model,
Yeah.
allowing that real big in-out play. I think that early mistake with Hammer of pulling him back out.
Yeah, that
think-
7-inch jump back to cover. That I disagree with that one. Yeah,
I think if he had moved back to the countercharge safety and been
Yeah.
more relevant and more central.
Or been super aggressive and just gone into their faces with it.
pushed as
And
hard
been
as he can,
Right,
be
you
like-
need to deal with me now because next turn I'm in range of my guys to steal influence. I'm going to beat you up.
Yeah.
Just for those interested in how the tournament's going, Jordan Knack victorious with Fish, Stephen Easton victorious with Masons, Fraser victorious, Michael Klein, Charles Nurser, Jared McGraw, and a slew of other people as well. Good round one.
Sounds good. And with that, I think we are going to put you guys back to the waiting screen until our next round.
Yeah. Keep an eye out in Guild Ball supporters and on the Guild Ball Facebook page and Twitter, as I'll be posting when we're about to go live, so you can join us for the next game.
See you soon.
Bye.